Hello and welcome to Soul's Compass Healing. My name is Brianne Lazinski. I offer evolutionary astrology readings combined with energy readings, and I even dabble in Akashic records from time to time. So it's about looking at the whole soul throughout its many lifetimes of incarnation. And if you would like to meet with me, I would love and be honored to do so with you. You can please visit my website in the description below if this is of interest to you. I am going to be speaking to the collective in this video about this Virgo full moon happening on February 24th, 2024. So, the new moon in Aquarius that we just had was extremely potent and important for seeding this entire month, which is full of old cycles ending and new cycles beginning. If you would like to know more about that, please do watch my video of the Aquarius new moon that was posted 2 weeks ago. I go much more into depth about it, and I don't want to repeat myself, even though it's still all very highly potent and important stuff. And what else do I want to say about that? I will say, though, that tomorrow Mars and Venus will be conjunct. they will be meeting finally, and it's really exciting. They will be meeting. I think it's at 5 degrees Aquarius or something like that, and they will remain in this 10-degree orb of conjunction until March 14th. So they will be starting tomorrow, initiating this new relationship, and they are the rulers of our nodes right now. So they will be initiating new ways of relating, new relationship with self, new ways of relating with other. And so this is a very important and potent time. Again, I'm repeating myself a million times right now. Just watch my last video. For this video, I just want to say I have been soaking up this Pisces sun all afternoon, and I'm feeling rather dreamy and feeling very grounded. I actually got to put my bare feet on the earth today for the first time in a long time because it's winter, and it felt so good. And I am feeling so relaxed and ready to just talk at this camera in the forest, like what the fuck is this? I don't know. I would love to be meeting people more who want to talk about this in person. It would be lovely. But anyways, so I'm gonna actually start with a bit of story time. Because I am a very Virgo soul. Okay, so this full moon is aligning with my lunar nodes, and I have a story to tell. I have been visited by a pair of eagles 3 times this week, and I was reminiscing as I was watching them soar today. I was reminiscing about a time many years ago when I was staying at a cabin which is boat access only in the middle of a maze of lakes and forests in northern Saskatchewan, and I had the amazing privilege and opportunity to watch every single day from just across this wee little stream in the lake, an eagle's nest. Okay, and so there was a juvenile eagle learning how to fledge the nest, and I watched this every single day, almost all day long, but no. And it was remarkable. When we think about eagle, we think about a strong bird. We think about pride. We think about esteem. We think about prestige, precision, boldness, beauty. ability, and it eagle is all of those things. And what I noticed watching this eagle learning and preparing for fledging the nest was like, its parents, trying to, role model and teach eagle how to spread its wings and how to like, do the movements, and baby eagles like looking over the edge of the nest going like, woo! Like, Mama, Papa, why'd you have to put me up in such a high tree? This is terrifying. Like, couldn't have just built the nest, 4 feet above ground. No, it's like I gotta take flight and I gotta soar. I gotta do this. And so it's interesting to think about it from that perspective, because every eagle went through that process. You know, the eagles that I was watching today soaring just so beautifully. It just looks so effortless as they just circle with this centrifugal force, just ever so slightly higher and higher and higher, right? Till at one point they just beelined it right out of there. But yeah, like, just a few flaps of the wing, and they're soaring, for like so long, and it's like they're masters of the sky. They, in many cultures, they are the ones who carry our prayers up to the heavens, because they are so masterful at reaching those heights with so much grace. And so yeah, I want to share this story with you today, because this is very Virgo Pisces. This is very right now, with this, all of these old cycles ending and new cycles beginning, and all of this spontaneous instinctual energy being stirred up, kicked up. Collectively, we are that juvenile eagle looking over the edge of the nest, right? We're standing on a precipice, and I'm sure one could argue that we always are in some way, shape, or form, but it's really alive right now. And so as we collectively stand on this precipice, looking over the edge of the nest, having it in our mind's eye where we want to be, where we see ourselves going, where we see ourselves soaring, and having that moment of spreading our wings out and like going through the quirkiness of like, it's just like the feathers need to find the right spot, and like I gotta feel good about this, and all of that stuff. And at the same time, it's like, I can really speak to this a lot because so much Virgo in me, but Virgos are so often concerned with the next step, right? Like putting all this pressure onto oneself to have it all mapped out, have it all figured out. It's that sort of ism is what keeps us stuck, actually. It is what keeps one from moving forward. Because it stalls. It's like there's so much overthinking, there's so much doubting, there's so much that just gets in the way of moving forward. And there's these shoulds, like I should do this, I should do that, I should feel this, I should feel that, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. And and it's like, well, where is that coming from? Not only does that rob you of the ability to actually move forward, but it robs you of the ability to look behind you and see how far you have come. When I look behind me, you guys, I'll try to show you. There's beautiful mountain. Ooh, ooh. Alright, hopefully I can get this in the perfect balancing act like this before. Alright, what was I saying? Oh yeah, to look behind us and realize how far we have come. You know, honestly, I have experienced it firsthand and so many others that, you know, I know about it. And you look out into the collective and it's obvious how much loss people have experienced over the past 2 years is remarkable. And we're still here. You know, we're still here. This grief is heavy. So take a moment to acknowledge how far you've come. You know? You are a pearl and you were given the grit. And you turned it into something beautiful. And so this is, yeah, you are that point. You are that point between the past and the future. And it's, yeah. Take a moment to really feel how far you've come. The sun which is illuminating this full moon will be conjunct Mercury and Saturn. And so it's really can really have, you know, we could interpret this many different ways. One of the ways is what I want to lean into first is this question of where are you coming from? You know, where are you coming from? Virgo is the 6th house sign of the zodiac before we branch into the interpersonal side of the zodiac, right? So it's like that whole half of the zodiac of self-development, self-initiation, self-exploration. You know, it's like where are you coming from? You know, Virgo can be very you know, fixated on the doing and things like that. Like, I must be of service and I must sacrifice myself in order to be of service. You know, this is some sort of prerequisite, right? That I have to be like a martyr, that I have to be like just totally in pain as I'm serving the world and bending over backwards and blah blah blah. And that's shadow Virgo. Doesn't need to be that way. You know, we can hello, cutie. There's a very cute dog approaching, but anyways, hello. And not totally sure what's going on. Alrighty, what was I saying? Yeah, where are you coming from inside of you? What is your foundation? Is it Mother Earth? You know? Imagine spending time, or maybe you already do, falling back and relaxing into the support of the earth. And I would be curious if this affects the way that you communicate. You know? Hello. And the other way that we could read this is, I was talking to a friend the other night, and hello. Yes, I'm taking a video. How are you? Are you good? Ja, ich mache ein Video. Tschüss. Mach's gut. Um, okay. Thank you for bearing with me and the wonderful fellow creatures of the forest. Okay, so, oh yeah, I was talking to a friend and she was like, yeah, I figured out that like this manifesting thing, it doesn't really quite work. You can't just like manifest things. You also have to work for it. And I was like, yep, Isn't that a beautiful realization to come to? And with Saturn illuminating this full moon in Virgo, it can feel very real that that we have to work towards our dreams and making our service to the world real. And is everybody called to serve the world in big ways? No. Um, but at the same time, we're all called to show up. You know, we're all called to show up in this life, and everything is relational. So in all of our relationships and everything like that, it's about that place that you're coming from within yourself. The approach changes everything. It changes how you talk, it changes what you do, it changes the decisions you make, it changes how you show up. It changes the way that you serve, if that's your calling. And so I think definitely I've learned that taking very good care of oneself, proper sleep, nutrition, exercise, fresh air, all of those things really contributes to the Virgo being uh, that that vessel that is ready to show up, and to see what's there in the messiness of life, right, Pisces. And so it's like, yes, we have to work to make our dreams come true, and yes, we will feel more ease and more flow, Pisces, when we begin putting work into the right places. It can be so incredibly frustrating to be putting in hours and hours and days and years of our lifetime of work towards something that just falls away, that dissolves. And that can very much be a reality for many of us. And what is so fascinating about astrology is that we can look at the birth chart and we can really precisely determine what will be the most purposeful focus for one to dedicate their work and their focus for in their life. We can really pinpoint the major themes there, and so it really is very helpful in that way. And yeah, I think, what else do I want to say? This moon is in third quarter square to Pallas Athena in the sign of Sagittarius. So it's T squared by Pallas Athena. And so what we see right now is, I've noticed it's trending. It's trending to be a social justice warrior right now, and that is not an accident or a coincidence. Okay. It is very much a reflection of the collective transits right now. And so people are taking a stand for what they believe in, their truth, And so how does this play out in the grand scheme of the collective? Is there room for everyone's truth? It all does somehow, kind of work out in this incredibly complex way. And so I suppose, it Pallas Athena now being in Sagittarius, and T-score this moon, I would sort of venture to say that it would be an advantageous time to ask a lot of questions, and to be willing to look at things objectively, and to sort of zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture of what's going on. And this is what sometimes can make that that Virgo-ness feel so small and sometimes so insignificant, is when we zoom out and we see the bigger picture of it all, and everything somehow working out in this reality, and it's wild. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up there because I'm just babbling in the forest. I'm just a forest babbler at the end of the day. And so yeah, enjoy this culminating side of this, Aquarius seated new moon that we've had, and follow me on Instagram, like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for being here, and yeah, see you later.